this one is kind of this is a serious one right here. We go hit play. Have you heard about this Hazing investigation?
I see Drake still.
God damn it. You heard about this Hazing situation about old buddy went to school Louisiana, I believe it was, or A&M at Southern University. I don't know what I don't know shit about colleges. His name was Caleb Wilson. We gonna play this story and take a listen. I hate these hoe ass stories where it just play the music and shit. Don't nobody talking. I'm waiting for the woman to come. It was a Thursday afternoon and it was all was silent until, and I gotta read the damn story. Any damn way, we go read it like here. But police are investigating an alleged hazing incident following the death of a Southern University A&M college student. School officials said Caleb Wilson, a 20-year-old junior at the college in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, died on February 27th following an off-campus incident. School officials said he was brought to a local hospital unresponsive, according to the Baton Rouge police, whose officers responded to the hospital around 3 a.m. that day. Yeah, the police department and East Baton Rouge Parish District Attorney are investigating an alleged act of hazing involving members of the Beta Sigma chapter of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity in connection with Wilson's unfortunate unnecessary death. I'm trying to see if they got the update in here, and this is the young gentleman, RIP to this young gentleman, and condolences to his family and shit. Where was this from? This was, I guess, released from the school or whatever, and it says, this from the congressman. My prayers are with the family and loved ones of Southern University student Caleb Wilson. His life was tragically cut short, and I cannot begin to imagine the depth of pain. I will keep you and the entire community in my thoughts during this difficult time. I'm trying to see if they got the update, because some update information came out about this, bro. And, here they called it alleged, but apparently they found out that it was 100% from hazing. And let me see if I can get the one that's got the details about it.
Damn.
Let's see. This 5 hours ago. Let's see. Homicide not ruled out. I'm not disabling my damn ad blocker. You bastards. Maybe these people gonna talk. Let's see.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for watching. I'm Katie Moore. There are new details tonight in the alleged hazing death of a Southern University band member. Caleb Wilson was from Kenner, and tonight his church will be honoring his life with a vigil. And that's where we find Whitney Miller live tonight. Whitney, a sad and shocking situation.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, that vigil set to start here at Pilgrim Baptist Church at 6:30 tonight. Today,
I know this ain't the time or the place or the story to do this, but I gotta be honest, man. And no disrespect to anybody out there, but it kind of disturbed my soul when I see the old school long ass AirPods and shit, the ones that come down here. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? I just started fucking with Apple like 6 years ago. I was always a team Android and shit. I got both. I don't know where my Android is, but I got both and shit. But it's just something about seeing that damn, flexi straw ass coming out of somebody's ear to just be like, you know what? I want to donate my pros to you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just too much. But that was so inappropriate. I apologize.
Today, though, the university released a statement saying that officials are continuing an internal investigation into the death after reports of what they are calling unsanctioned off-campus activities. A source close to the investigation told our partners at WBRZ that Wilson was punched in the chest before collapsing, potentially while being hazed. Several other pledges, we're told, were also subjected to the same activity. They also say that the unauthorized fraternity ritual allegedly took place at a warehouse and not at a park, as previously told to authorities, but it is still unclear what happened inside of that warehouse. It appears members were not completely forthcoming about the location when they told investigators that Wilson suddenly collapsed in a park. The district attorney's office says arrests could be imminent in this case. The university statement also says, according to its policies, that all organizations on campus are required to undergo rigorous anti-hazing training and are held to high standards related to membership intake processes. They say any breaches of these policies prompt disciplinary sanctions, and Southern University is actively and fully cooperating with law enforcement authorities in their criminal investigation. Now, again, that vigil that's set to begin here at 6:30 tonight in Kenner at Pilgrim Baptist Church. For now, live in Kenner, Whitney Miller, WWL, Louisiana.
Shout out to Whitney Miller.
Hold on. Did they say he died because he got punched in the chest?
Yes. Now,
Steve Kerr says the Warriors have found their...
Hold the fuck up. Who is this nigga? Oh, yeah. So, are you familiar with hazing?
Yeah, I definitely am. I've been in organizations where they was part of hazing and things like that.
All right. So, and we know about different organizations. Have you ever seen this movie called Burning Sands?
But I heard of it. I don't think I've seen it, though. I definitely heard of it.
People need to check this movie out, especially if you got a son or daughter or somebody that wants to get into the fraternity shit. This movie is 100% about hazing, and at the end of the movie, a motherfucker died from getting his ass whooped in the hazing shit. Motherfucker stole on him, and it fucking rocked his cranium. He started having a seizure on the ground, which it sounds like kind of maybe what happened with this guy. But the dude who hit him was so massively big, and the guy was a little guy, and he just stole hard as he could and shit. This was like the night before they were supposed to cross the line and shit. And he started shaking, and they was not on campus because it is illegal. That's what the movie's about. Illegal hazing still going down. And the guy died in the movies and shit, man. I mean, died at the end of the damn movie, and fucking it was some fucked up ass shit, right? And this happened off campus because, you know what I'm saying, they don't get no little dude to swing on these dudes. You know what I'm saying? They motherfucking testing you and shit. And it's no different than, and I was watching I forgot who the creator was. It was another creator, and they was like, man, I'd rather get initiated to a gang. At least with a gang, it's one day of ass whooping. When your ass go get initiated to a damn fraternity shit, that shit is hell week, and fucking that shit is for a very extended amount of time.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I know a lot of people in fraternities and shit, so, you know, hey, I ain't gonna speak on y'all's organizations and shit, because the motherfuckers could pull you over at any time and shit, and it's your word against them and shit, so, hey. But the shit fucked up. All the motherfuckers need to go to jail. Everybody involved in that shit need to go to jail and shit. Period, nigga. Because the shit was illegal activity. That's why they had the shit off the campus and shit. So,
man, that's wild.
So, cause just imagine you send your son to school, he want to do this shit, and then you get a call that, this motherfucker. They lied to him at first.
Your son died from playing open chess. Like, I'm definitely gonna be pissed off.
You know they lied first and said he died in his sleep, right?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's why I said let me see if I can find one that's got the real story. Cause the schools always try to cover it up whenever the shit happen. Cause everybody in the alumni and shit be motherfuckers that was in that shit.
Hey, I'd have been dog hunting.
Oh yeah,
I'd have been dog hunting. You can't even do it, dog. That's crazy as a motherfucker right there.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
So I just want to put that story out there and shit, man. Cause at the end, now you know how I feel about any formal organizations. Period. All of the shit's the same to me. Any group where one person get to fight, the only group of people that if one person get in the fight, I'ma join in and shit is my family, or like you really close to me and shit. And I know forced. You close to me on some, we was trying to be a part of this organization. No, I'm talking about naturally we close and shit. That's the only time. Anytime I get in a group, I remember when I had my motorcycle and shit. And anybody that's had a motorcycle, especially if you got friends in motorcycle gangs and shit, understand the politics of becoming a part of a motorcycle club. I call them all gangs. I call any the only gang I remember I was in, my mama put me in that shit. She was called the Boy Scouts. By the grace of the Lord, my sweet butthole was not violated. But other than that, I ain't never joined no organization where everybody be like, oh, it's a brotherhood and shit. I got a real brother. What the fuck? I got cousins and shit. So, but when I had my motorcycle, man, I had all my other friends that had my group of friends, when we got our bikes, none of us was in clubs, but one of them, he got into a club and shit. And they was trying to get me to join the club and shit. And shout out to them motherfuckers. Shout out to Eli too, rest in peace. He tried to get me in there and shit. And they helped me out when somebody stole my bike, but that's another story for another time. But motherfucking, I was like, all right. I get in the club. What that mean? They was like, well, every weekend we do a car wash. Well, we meet up at the clubhouse and then we go over the events for the month. And then monthly we do, we go hand out food to the elderly. Then we do a car wash bi-monthly, and we raise money for the children's thing. And I was like, all right, okay. So basically, I'm doing chores and shit. I gotta pay y'all dues. And then I gotta wake up on days I don't want to fucking wake up to give back to the community, nigga. And then that's just within that shit. If somebody get to fighting in the damn club, nigga, you got to. If you see that shit, you got to, and you get a violation of shit. Then if you riding in the street let's say you riding on the highway, and it's another whole club or somebody else, and they higher ranking than you and shit, you gotta yield to them motherfuckers. It's so many different rules and shit if you join, especially if you got your jacket on. I'm like, nah, nigga, that's too complicated. And what's cool is if you don't join the club, you can ride your bike how the fuck you want to, around whoever the fuck you want to. You can still ride with different clubs, and ain't no rules to it. They ain't gotta pay no damn money. So if I got anything wrong, anybody that's motorcycle club, let me know. But that's how I was told about it and shit. And I just want the motherfucking free ride and shit, nigga.
The motorcycle, I ain't know nothing about motorcycle clubs till I watched Sons of Anarchy, which I don't even know if that's real. But then I was like, man, that ain't real. And then I remember in Waco, Texas, they had a big motorcycle gang shootout at Twin Peaks. And I remember seeing that footage afterwards, and them people it was literally like scores of motherfuckers that just got done shooting and killing each other, and they didn't have nobody handcuffed. They were just outside, just like sitting on the stoop, just waiting for it. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this: it's certain like that organization that young man joined. It's certain organizations that if people in other organizations were a part of those organizations, a lot of your shit is gonna disappear, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. But I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm talking about shit I done seen. I know for a fact. It will just it's all right. And never be spoken of again until it's time to pay a favor back. But once again, those are stories for another time. To see the rest of this live and over 60 plus members only videos, become a Struggle Crew member for only $2.99.